My name is Jazz Bolar, and this is a breakdown of the making of Honey and Peaches, shot by Trey J, Mello, Ramaya Phillips, and the Home Team Collective. So two things that had the most significant effect on our visuals were, for one, me not wanting to be, like most rappers rapping in front of the camera to the song or whatnot, and no shade to any artists or any rappers that do that. I personally just ain't cool enough for that. And secondly, the budget. When it's no budget involved, you kind of you force to think strategically. How can I get this vision off with little to no resources, right? It's like when you only got this certain food in the crib and you got to make do with that food, you got to make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. We had to use what we had to its fullest extent. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you just got to make that shit work. I believe this was like the second or third video that we filmed in the entire project. By this time we learned how to work cohesively as a unit. You know what I'm saying? We learned our roles. Imagining, what do I see for this video? And I bring this idea to them, like, this is what went into the song, this is how the song was made. So what I brought them wasn't a completed idea. So for example, I brought them clay to the table and we trying to make this sculpture. But to do that, we had to learn how to mold. And we learned how to mold together. You know what I'm saying? And we made this video in mid 2019. We had already gotten our feet with a couple videos prior. So it was like, we a little new to this, but we know how to operate together. And when you in the process of learning how to mold together, and that's when you understand the importance of clicking with people that you're working with professionally. You learn the importance of clicking with them personally before any of that. You know what I'm saying? Before we even started working on any of these videos, they was already my dog. So it's like, we don't have to work towards that chemistry, you know what I'm saying? We already kicking it together, smoking together, and clocking in the next day together, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when that chemistry already there, it's easy to put action to paper, you know what I'm saying, and really get to work. You don't gotta, how motherfuckers move, how motherfuckers operate, and that respect level is there, that I know you good at what you do, I know what you bring to the table, and you able to respect that. So we get to a point where we damn near writing out these scripts, shot by shot, angle by angle, and scene by scene. We planning this shit ahead so we can use our time most efficiently. And the way I viewed this process along the way, it was like, Mello was like, he's the big picture dude. You know what I'm saying? He has an eye for the big picture. He has the vision. He's able to approach things in a way that everybody else is not going to be able to do. He doesn't think outside of the box. He thinks outside of the room that the box is inside of. You feel me? With that, you get ideas that seem impossible start to feel possible. And for Jay, I think he had a logistical view. You know what I'm saying? He looked through the eyes of the lens. What needs to be shot? What angles will we be using? The duration of these shots, the depth of these shots, the distance of these shots, lighting. How do we edit this? You know what I'm saying? He kept shit organized as well. Me, myself, I'm thinking two things. Are we covering and conveying the essence of this song correctly? And secondly, the unknown. What could go wrong? What might go wrong? And if it does, what do we do? What's plan A, B, and C? So I'll give you a perfect example is when we on the couch in this picture, specifically behind me, we got the peaches in our mouths, right? This shot was never supposed to happen. It was supposed to be a close-up shot of this girl biting into the peach, you know what I'm saying? On like some lustful shit. All of the extras that was supposed to play in this end up having some type of time conflict. Glory be to God, because this shit turned out fire. This shot, probably one of my favorite shots in the whole thing. Shout out to Maya for that, because when you dealing with situations like this with creativity, you got to know how to improv on the fly. Like, this didn't happen how we wanted it to, but what can we do to adapt? Because we dealing with deadlines, we dealing with hella material that we managing. And on top of that, I love giving artists and creators that I love and that inspire me homage. I'm like, why don't we, pay homage to Gambino and put our own little twist on this peach scene? And the peach is like representative of like a silencer, along with like a representation of lust. It's like the sweetness. Sticks and stones is like the poison. It's like this relationship has its good and its bad. Sticks and stones is like, it's the bruise, it's the hit. That's what the sticks and stones is. And the peach is the bandage. And that could be a bandage of lust, and that can be a bandage for men of hypermasculinity in the form of resilience. You know, I'ma hold these emotions in. So when you have this detailed concept, that's when a budget plays a role most significantly. Wardrobe is goodwill. Extras is homies and family. The reason most extras aren't reliable is because, they're not getting paid, right? So if you're not getting paid, you don't really give a damn about being reliable. You feel extras become family and homies that's doing it strictly off the love. You realize that if you have nothing, if you don't have anything, even if you can't afford some clothes from Goodwill, even if you don't have the reliability of family, what you will always have and what you can always rely on is this world, this environment. If all you got is your camera and yourself, you have this world and this environment in the palm of your hands. So use it. If you don't use anything else, use that. So the video started out with me in this chair in Mellow basement, right? And I hauled this hard ass chair from my girl crib over to Mellow crib before this shot. In the first verse, we see like this like bubblegum feel, which is like this dude, and I'm referring to myself in third person because I'm like, I feel like I'm acting out this role. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not me. Like, this is me acting out this role of this person, of this story, right? This dude in this scene, he like reminiscing. And these bubblegum type feel shots is like, you know how they be having like flashbacks on shows and shit. It's like flashbacks of the happy times with this girl. And he thinking, and then you see like the grayish, flat, colorless scenes in which he think about like, damn, me and this bitch was just kicking it, smiling, playing pool and arcade games in here, and now I'm back in this same spot, and we arguing about bills and shit, and the nigga damn near like depressed. The purpose of the song was like, this woman is almost like verbally abusive. We know the phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But in this scenario, it was like the words are hurtful. The words are hurtful in this scenario. And the peaches silence this man from expressing that. And not that he's not expressing it, like it's not like he's just silent, like, I ain't gonna say shit, like she bullying him. It might be non-healthy expression, like you yell discontent about it, but it's not a therapeutic expression of discontent towards his treatment. When we get to this point where we see him throwing away these sticks into the fire, which is kind of representative of him being through with being tolerable of how of this treatment, right? He's stowing the sticks into sort of this fire of resentment. Him no longer being tolerable doesn't mean, oh, I'm leaving. It's like, you might not even realize I'm no longer tolerable. He's throwing these sticks, these words, mind you, into this fire of resentment that's building into the basis of this relationship. The start of the second verse is probably my favorite shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Me and the homies, we pull up at my girl mama crib, and mind you, this is one of the nicest people you gonna ever meet. She hop into that active bag quick as hell, like this nagging mama, like, nigga, you need the girl to fuck up, get the fuck out of my house type shit, like eat all my food, Capri-Suns and shit, get the fuck on. So mad love, you gotta have people in your corner that that's willing to do that. And the white dude that you seen as my boss, immediately after, was actually Mellow Pops. Coolest white dude you gonna meet, what I'm saying? I done blew like, 1,000 woods with him type shit, like, cool as hell. And he played that asshole boss role, very, very fucking well. It's like a very pro-black, chill-ass white dude that, hop into that bag. So having people in your corner that's willing and enthusiastic about doing shit like that is it's huge. Fast forward to the end, we see me holding these two roses. And these two roses kind of symbolize the souls of these people in this relationship. And they, we see them catch on fire. And the fire is representative of like, it all falls down. This relationship has gotten to its peak. Smoke is filled the room. It's caught fire. All the shit is burned to ash, and it's over. You gotta fucking restart. All in all, man, this was one of the funnest videos of the entire Infinity project. That and mainly because it included so many people that played an essential role in it. All the extras that popped in and played a hell of a role that I couldn't have did without, especially my baby Mari, you know what I'm saying? Playing the bickering, the wife or spouse in the relationship, you feel me? She like, nigga, why is you talking about me? Do you feel emotional? I'm like, girl, this is art. It's art. You know what I'm saying? It's like a movie script that's been developing in my head for a while. But yeah, this was one of the funnest videos that I had a chance to do. From me to you, this is Jazz Bolar, and this was a breakdown of Honey and Peaches.